Welcome back everyone to Let's Play GearCity, episode number 3 in our little series on this. Let's see what we're going to be up to today. On the docket we have our engine, which will be submitted to 2 vehicle engine contracts, the only 2 available. And it just so happens that our 190 horsepower, obviously it is not, but 109, our dyslexic engineer who wrote that down, the marketing people jumped all over it. Anyway, this is going to satisfy 2 contracts, and potentially 110 is a pretty hefty engine for any design I can think to make. But it might be possible that we want to put this into some kind of military contract. There are some pickup trucks. I mean, it's $1,000 for this engine by itself, which makes me think that it is not a good candidate for a pickup truck with a price tag around 2,000. The engine itself is going to be already half of that, so no, I can tell you that that's probably not going to work out. Now there are naval engines. Could any of these potentially offer us a chance to get I mean, if it was 190, this actually would work. But it's not actually 190. Yeah, it's not actually 246. Wait a second. Okay, good. So yeah, we do have 1 German Navy contract, which is unfortunately going to pass us 1 month too early. Now, how many... Okay, they wanted to... I mean, the unit cost on this is not great. We're going to get much better from the racing contract if those are delivered. They would have needed only 624 a month. That's not that many. How many were the racing people needing? They don't say. Well, I guess we'll find out. In other news, yes, we have... First of all, we can go over and I can look at the prestige image, which is what I was looking at. Now, if you start on easy, or there's an option on the startup to establish the AI ahead of time, which means that essentially you're entering a market which is already mature. If you don't like to do that, if you want everyone to start on even footing, which actually I kind of like the idea of that, then you can start with the AI not having a chance to prepare products ahead of time and already be in the market and all that. I mean, it's not realistic, but this is a video game, and usually, just like in Monopoly and everything else, everyone starts on the same same starting conditions. In this case, it is not the case, and a lot of these people have already fantastic ratings for image, luxury, performance, quality, all these things. How did so many people get these fantastic ratings? I don't know, game. Doesn't really make sense, does it? In fact, we're the only person. You can only tell us by the fact that we're the only person who's below average and everything. Now, we started at 10s across the board, so that means that we're already starting to improve our image, our luxury, our performance, our quality. All of these things are going up, but, we're essentially... It looks like the established AI has completely bifurcated into only 2 directions. Horrible or fantastic. It's like there's only 2 options. Fantastic, fantastic, great, fantastic. Or horrible, poor, horrible, horrible. And that doesn't really make for an interesting landscape. So I think having everyone start at average and then watching everyone diverge, that's probably a little bit more fun. Plus that means that people aren't going to start with an immense market cap or something like that. Actually, I'm not sure, because even in the easy game I started, I believe somebody did have a pretty high market cap right off the bat. Okay, now we want to address this missed sales thing. We can keep raising the price, and thank you. The developer himself has been commenting on these videos. Just shows you how active with the community he is. I've also been on his Discord, and he's quite active there, so thank you, Eric. But he mentioned that what am I trying to do here? You can get... So I've been looking at this 136 in this range. Just scroll down a little bit. This shows you all the scores of... all the things that are calculated for your rating. And this is the estimated number of sales, 101. Now that does not seem to match up with... It is an estimate after all, but it does not seem to match the fact that we have a total of 116 potential sales that we're supposed to have. And that's just the potential sales in New York, whereas we got 31. And we got 61 here. We can see we're the only person here. So estimated sales would be 112, but we are definitely not getting 112. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because we didn't produce enough. So, I mean, the missed sales doesn't... I'm using the missed sales, adding that, like, based on those two numbers, which both project us to have around 100 cars sold, I would expect the missed sales to be about 100, so that we would have a, sales plus missed sales should be about what the expected amount of people can buy our car is. So I'm still missing something there, and if the developer ends up watching it or anybody else who's knowledgeable, if you could just inform me, I would be very grateful for that. But we still have, again, this 2-month time period, so let's go ahead and end the turn. Oh, well, not without raising the price first. So we probably can go up, I'm guessing we can go up maybe 2 more. So now we're down to 87. Oh, no, wait, our estimated sales is 34. There it is, 34. So we're at 34 there. So I take it all back. It was so easy. All I had to do was open my eyes. 34 and 128. 34 and 128. Still seems like it's 150, which is lower than what I'm seeing, but we'll raise it by 50. We'll see if we get 150 total sales. Yeah, not quite, but we still made more money, which is good. More money is more better. 1 more month, and then this is unfortunately the time where we wave goodbye to the other contract. Goodbye. I don't know if I should be looking into any of the trucks, though. They're just so cheap. In the easy mode, the contracts are a little bit more generous, and these same trucks are going for about 4,000, so it can really be beneficial to win a contract. Civilian, and then racing, a lot of racing contracts. Well, we're going to have an engine which is capable of satisfying some of these. Maybe we ought to just build a racer. I don't know. I'm traveling. That would be me venturing off the beaten path, not knowing what I'm doing. So let's try to stick on the things I'm at least somewhat vaguely familiar with before we do that. And because of the missed cost, I'm just gonna keep going up until nobody buys our cars anymore. And we're still making money, and this is even with the taxes being paid, which it does appear is happening every quarter. Every quarter. Minus 32,000. I don't know what this means. Was there a refund of some kind? I'm looking for 32007, and it does not fall into... Oh! Okay, there it is. Huh, okay, cool. So 32007 goes into expenditures here. That makes sense. Is this 132? Well, this does not make sense, does it? That means that our cash flow should have been 164 without the taxes. And I don't see how any of these numbers, any combination of these numbers, these 3 numbers, adds up to this number. Oh, no, it does. So this minus this equals... No, that goes the wrong direction. So this is cash flow before tax then. And this must be expenditures, which includes tax. Okay. It's kind of a weird way of putting it. Okay, alright. So basically, no, that doesn't make sense. 132, it should include the hit from taxes. That's why I've seen my cash flow at 0. What? I am so confused. I don't know. I'm so sorry that I don't know how to read this properly. I feel like real dumb. But I thought that previously I've seen that cash flow goes down as... Oh, this is a rebate. This is negative taxes. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Well, I don't know why that is, but... Okay. Oh, negative taxes, does that mean that they are paying us for spending money? Is this like a tax, like business expense write-off type of stuff? Okay, if that's the case, then I mean, first of all, I'll take it, and very interesting that it's actually modeled in the game. Anyway, let's go to the contract, which is the next order of business, is to, well, you can see it. It's ready to apply. Let's see if they fall for our 190 horsepower bait. And some surprising news. It looks like the US Navy is also satisfied with our design. This doesn't have to be submitted for another 2 years. Oh, and we actually have to submit a price bid for this. Well, look, I mean, if these guys are going to pay me $4,000 to it, I know this is why I don't even usually go for these contracts. So we can see this one is $2,500. I'm fine to do this. That's even further in the future. So I'm fine to do this, and if they happen to accept it, we'll oblige them and we'll build it. But I don't want to 2562. I just know if I set 2562 for this, you can see the unit price bid is probably already what they project to be a good amount. I'm not sure how this number's filled in, but I'm guessing this is kind of like the suggested price. And if this is the suggested price, it's much lower than anything else. And what I found is that these contracts often go to a quote-unquote outside contractor, which means that your bid was not higher than the minimum score. I think there is some randomness to that, but that random score, the score is not random. The score is compared against something which is random. And the score is dependent on the price you put in, too. So we can see that it's almost impossible to win these it's almost impossible to win the no price, the not fixed price, but the bid price offers. And definitely going to be impossible to do it for the prices that match what's kind of like a reasonable amount. So anyways, I kind of like think that this system is a little bit broken here. Like in the submission, in the bid price submissions, I think that the contract system is kind of broken. Now there is, the developers put out like what he calls a bounty, that if you want to pay some money, he'll do it. He'll add these features in. That's where the current state of the game is. It's been like, 10 years since the game was released? I don't even know. I've only known about this game. Well, I mean, I've known of its existence, but I've only looked at it seriously probably in the last 2 weeks or maybe around that. Anyway, okay, so we submitted our bids, we're ready to go, and we got to find out, luckily for us, we got to find out pretty much right away if we're going to succeed in these bids, which also makes me want to check how are we going to be doing with factories. So we don't have any factories coming online. We have $2 million in the bank. Is it time for Chicago to open a factory, or is it time for New York to expand its factory? I probably should have upgraded in advance of this. Even like at the start of the episode, if I had upgraded a minor, I would have gotten an extra line out of it. But I see that have I already upgraded this? I don't think so. Did I? This is so expensive. There's almost no way we're going to upgrade like $2 million. Otherwise, we'll just redesign, which has benefits. So we do this. We can get a pretty good construction going. This is 491. What are we currently sitting at? 92. My God. My God, that's a lot. That's a big difference. That is an enormous difference. I would like to go up to 8 though. We can get 9. But the expense of that is going to be 53. 61 for 8. 69 for 9. Is it just linear? 7. 78. 56. Yeah. So there's the next one. 23, 4? It is. Okay, yeah, so this is just linear with the number of lines. Well, I think this many lines should be good. By the way, is the idle cost? It should not be linear with number of lines. It should be sublinear. So 5,000, then it goes up to 8, let's call it. Then it goes up to 9.3. Yeah, so diminishing. Good. Everything makes sense at least. So we can go up to 8, and we can increase so the technology that would give us, I don't even know how it's possible to give us, less cars than we have now. I must be thinking about this kind of incorrectly. But look at that finish date. It's going to take a long time for this to finish. So we really are going to have to do something else in the meantime. And I feel like if we're going to expand that much, we might as well expand. Let's, you know, not... We don't have 3.5 though. Okay, fine. Alright, fine. You win, game. You win. I won't expand yet. But let's start... I mean, maybe we should take a loan out, do something. It's fun to look at that though. Okay, so did we already raise the price? Because I think we did. We submit our bids. Here we go. Let's just end the turn. Okay, we got it. Another winner. Which usually means you get a... Did we have like a sign-on bonus? Was it only 5,000? We have at least one unfulfilled contract. Would you like to open? Yes, I would. They need 100... Oh, it looks like we won only one of them. Music is... The volume of these songs seems to vary pretty substantially. Anyways, we're going to have to take one of our Phaeton producers off so that we can free up a line for this other one. I think it'll only need one, but hey, and the upside is we can still charge more money then. Let's go up to 31. Well, how much? We'll go up to 32. Because I think we were also missing sales still. Yeah. It's like I said last episode. I think it was the last episode. When you get so high, when you're charging so much to like the upper crust, whatever, you know, they just don't care. You can charge them like almost any amount, and the number of people who are willing to buy just doesn't go down. Alright, let's go to the contracts now. Alright, so we only have one. And I am making 189 with a single line. Good. So this will be over in a single month. Which means it... What? I don't know if it was worth it. Yeah, it will be, because it's 3,000, basically 3,000 profit for all of these. Which means we should be looking at a profit of 300,000. I mean, if it's 3,000 times 100, 300,000. Now that's not taking into account there might be some more overhead that I'm not taking into account, but I'm also not sure it's only 3,000. It might have been slightly more than that. Well, it's definitely times 131, or actually, I think it might even be. This is another point of confusion for me. I don't know. You can't set 131. You have to just assign a line, and then they make 189. Are you paid for all 189? I actually think you are, but I'm not sure about that. Not sure. So anyways, if we go to our memos here, we should see, okay, so we lost one of these contracts. That's fine. It was gone, outside contractor. But hey, and by the way, it would have been amazing if we had won both, because then probably the lines would have added up. 2 lines might have done it for both contracts. Wait. Of course it would have. If I had won 3 such contracts, 2 lines would have probably been enough for all 3. But yeah, we would have had to do 2, probably with a lot of waste on the second one. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be... I'm pretty sure that it's like 4,000 a unit, so that's going to be a good moneymaker for one turn. And plus, we can, like I said, crank up this. I mean, I can go up even higher. Feel pretty confident about that. Maybe we should take a look and see if there's new contracts. Is that what the memo said? New contracts was actually available as of last month, so I didn't really see that. But yeah, let's take a look at the contracts, because we've had some great success with those so far. Let's just sort by military first, see if anything new has come in. Okay, this is a naval engine. Naval engine. Just gonna look at the requirements. No, yeah, I don't think there's anything that's really for us. 586, not possible. 2,000, not really worth our effort. This is way too much. Don't think that's possible to do that. That last one I mentioned. Yeah, okay, so there's not really anything interesting here. Civilian contracts, none of those yet. And then racing, we already submitted this one, but it won't be used for another year. Okay, fair enough. Oh, this is an actual car. Okay, I was like, wait, we have 104 horsepower. Yeah, these cars themselves are around 4,000. Yeah, it doesn't make me feel like the engine is, you know, the right move to design engines. Okay, so let's switch our focus back to cars. And now that we're making money, we are up to 2 million. should also start thinking about what's next for Shell Corporation. The Shell Company. I should have done Shell Corporation. That would have been better. Shell Corp. Oops. What do we want to do next? I don't think there's any contracts we're going to shoot for, which means at this point we can probably go for another vehicle. For that, let's take a look at the reports on what the people want. The Phaeton's going down a little bit, Sedan is going up. I think we could make a sedan, and one of the things we could do is we could make an improved sedan. So what we could do is actually upgrade our current, front engine, rear wheel drive, carriage, leaf suspension. We could upgrade this thing. I mean, actually, the overall stats could go up substantially for only $5 of material cost per. So if we do that, that's a significant. Yeah, that's a significant. Which is, I generally find either significant or minors is a sweet spot. We get an extra point per for extra cost, but this is only going to take 44,000, and this will set us up. I mean, how long? I guess it's ready immediately. We can upgrade this, and then we can use this as the starting point for our sedan line. Because maybe the sedan line, it actually matters a little bit more, the quality. I'm not even really going to think about this. I'm just going to do it. And by the way, we can upgrade the Phaeton with the new designs parts if we want as well. That would take a redesign of that car. And basically, when you are doing these redesigns of vehicles, I don't know if it'll allow me to see it here, to show it here. Yeah, I want to do a new generation. Yes, perfect. So if you do a new design of the vehicle and you don't change anything, you just kind of retrim it, it'll only cost 15% of your total original development cost, which let's say was like 200,000 or something like that. Now it's only 30,000. But every one of these you change increases that. Like gearbox, when you change that, I think it's 20, 25. We don't have another gearbox to even choose from. If we went to a different engine, which we again can't because it won't fit in the chassis, but if we had other options here, this would go up to I think 80 or 90% if you replace the carriage as well. Or is it 100%? I don't remember. Yeah. I'm actually still waiting. I'm going to wait one more month on this because I want the engine, the contract to settle first. So let's see what happens when we do this. Wow. Look at that. Contracts are a win. We got 500 and... Okay, I guess we went too high. We produced 79 and we only sold 49. Surprising to me, actually. Surprising that we dropped our sales, only raised our price like pretty small amount for... but maybe we broke some like 10 times the GDP per capita limit, or there might be some hard limit that we went beyond. We'll roll it back a little bit and I'm sure we'll make up these sales in the next coming months. But despite this real negative, this would have been a real negative to our total income. We made almost $500,000, 400,000, and that's obviously because we had successful civilian contracts. Now those lines, if we go back, they're already converted back, so we're ready. We can go here, assign it, and let's go down to this price and definitely drop it. We only sold 9 of these in New York, so let's go back down 3. I think 3 should be sufficient to get us back to where we want to be. We are still the best car on the market, but maybe this is also a sign that shows that we can't be dependent on only a single line. That's probably not very good risk management. So let's go ahead and do this modification. We'll modify the chassis. And I think we'll do the significant. So this is going to cost $45,000. It's basically the cost of designing a new chassis, but we get to do it very quickly. And we assume that this will actually be a very good, very good chassis now. The weight will go down, which is fantastic. Cost only goes up by 5. I think that getting these changes, all these changes for only $5 is a real steal. So we could rename it if we had done a dyslexic mistake like I did in my stupid 190 HP. I forever regret that, but that's fine. So yeah, significant for 44. This one for 35 doesn't improve it. I mean, it's 5 points instead of 7, I think. And it's $3 more instead of $5. Yeah, I'll take this. So we'll do the significant modification there. Okay, good. So we cannot improve this. You can only make a modification. You can't use your field testing to upgrade your design every month or something like this. We'll have to wait 2 years before we can modify this design again. But that's all fine because we'll actually probably want to wait to do another modification anyway. Let's get some use out of this chassis which we just developed. This one, I just would love to rename this. Is it so simple? Can I do it this way? Oh, wow, okay, that's fantastic. Oh, no. Okay. So it won't let me modify it after I renamed it. I guess that was not exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want to use that as something which counted. I wish I knew what the modifications could be. So maybe there's no way to actually just redesign or rename a part if you accidentally rename it. So now we know, don't just hit rename. It counts as the... Did we do it? Was it like a boost as well? Is it the 110 horsepower anymore? I don't know. Anyway, because we did rename. Does that count as a modify? I don't know. Okay, so we can also do this. Does this increase? Okay, engine weight goes down, fuel economy goes up, material cost goes up, but it's only about 3%, let's say. Maybe that's a little bit more than 3%. HP won't go up, but torque will. Yeah, I mean, the overall stat goes up by 6. Where is that mostly coming from? Doesn't actually really make sense. The minor in this case might be sufficient. And the cost doesn't go as much. I might actually just do the minor for this engine. Although maybe that sedan needs the extra horsepower. I don't know. We're going to have to rename it anyway because it's going to be the 28. But no, we won't rename it. That's the original stats, even though it won't. It'll be a lie. I wish it would. Is there a way to do this? Does renaming include these upgrades as well? If I modify, can I also rename? I don't think so. Well, let's just do the significant upgrade because I think it's worth it. We'll just do it. Yeah, and if I did the rename, I guess this part would become unavailable. So, wait, can we rename? Oh, good, we can. Oh god, what did it go up to? It went up to 28, right? Okay, good. So it's now the i3, 28, the overall, whatever. This is all good. All right, very good. So now we can go to the last thing, which is our gearbox. Do we need to upgrade this? Well, we actually don't, because it already handles the torque that we need it to. But we can do the upgrade just to improve the quality on everything. How much is this going to cost? Because now we are starting to think about how much this is going to cost. Now, this is geared towards the sedan, so we can kind of let the quality increase. I don't think we really need this, but we'll do it just to stay with everyone. And we'll also have to rename this. The 104 is going to be the 122 now. So let me rename this the 122. I hope this is the right way of doing it. Not sure. Okay, so now let's go to design. Design a vehicle. We should have everything we need for this. And we're going to try to get a sedan going. Okay. Select our chassis. This is, I assume, the new one. .44, that sounds right. Engine is the 28. Yes, the name stuck. Fantastic. 74. Wow, this thing is a real stinker at only 35 overall, which is actually good for for this early on. And now the gearbox, which we know is 122, and it is fantastic. Okay, so let's see what this vehicle looks like now. We do know that this actually matters. So the design here matters. Do we care about cargo? Well, I guess the question I have is, literally, do we care about it? I can increase the height for more cargo space, decrease it for less drag. I don't know what we want to do though. Yeah, we'll give a little depth to it, yeah. So let's just, can you just automatically put these on for me, please? Oh no, I don't want to deal with this at all. I hate this. I already hate it. Can I just finish? Oh my gosh. Do I really need tires? Just get on there. Finish. It's off. Damn it. Don't make me. I don't want to do this. Don't make me. Alright, this is fine. This is our sedan. I don't care. I'm finished. Ah! Custom crap. B1. Okay, I have no idea if what I've done there, but hopefully it's fine. I've been told that only the body style is what plays out in the stats, and not like the mirrors and all that crap. So hopefully that's the case, because I really don't want to mess around with all that. Mostly I want to deal with sliders. I'm a spreadsheet editor, not a 3D modeler. Even though it's going to drive me nuts that this is not centered on the on the hub. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now let's go for this. Importance. Safety is number 1. Fuel is number 2. And that's it. Safety and fuel, I guess performance, luxury is, and power is number 3. Okay. Okay. So I've also been told that maxing or minimizing sliders has a negative effect on sales. So we'll try to keep sliders a little bit more in the middle. I do need to lower the cost and the luxury of this thing. I mean, I want to not lower the luxury, but I do need to lower the cost. So we'll take this one down a couple. This one has a pretty high impact on style, or no? I don't know. I'll just put them 1 dot lower. Put this one 2 dots lower. I think we'll put this one, like luxury itself, refrain, traditional. Like I don't mind innovating, that's fine. Comfort, this is probably supposed to be gratifying. Safety, this is one we're gonna crank. Let's put it maybe here. Technology, does this improve or decrease? Say this decreases safety. Let's go up a little bit then. We're going the wrong way. I mean, we really got to be slowing, I think, all these things down a little bit. Okay, so luxury is 34. We'll see if we can get that a little bit better. Material quality, I have always been a big fan of improving this, even though darn isn't it expensive. Let's drop it a little bit more. But interior quality, I'm pretty fine to drop this. Quality is not actually as important as luxury, which is funny. And coating quality, we'll put this down as well. Manufacturing techniques, reduce. So the handling's maybe dropping a little bit. Okay, style focus, let's drop this a little bit. I see quality and luxury both going down. Luxury focus. Can we maybe get some points back here? Because we cut the cost down quite a lot. No, it doesn't seem like it. I don't know. We'll just leave this one probably in the middle. We're more interested in cheap, I think, than anything else. This will probably already be over-engineered, much better than the market really wants. For safety, yes, we want that. Put that up quite a bit. Cargo focus, not super important. I don't want to drop it too much, but drop it some. Dependability, I always like this to be pretty high, because these vehicles are eternity. It's not just a saying, it's our motto. Development pace, we'll leave that to last. Market demographic, we're targeting the same one, neutral, 35 to 55 upper middle. I think that is the best market to the demographic to appeal towards. Lowered the quality quite a bit. Now performance, we actually want to increase this because power is important, and so is handling and performance itself. Fuel is very important, and we're not doing very well on this. Wow. Can't really improve it. In fact, it didn't like make a darn difference. The only thing we can do is just keep fuel from being lowered. Alright, well, in theory, I'll raise this by 1 point, but it's really a token improvement because the fuel was not changing anything anyway. Comfortability. Lower this. I might even lower this fuel economy. I mean, I'd like it to be high, but basically we have to just come to terms with the fact that it's not having an impact on the vehicle, but it is having an impact, I assume, on the price. It is. So, just leave it. Utility. This is like cargo, dependability, quality. Seems pretty important, but we'll probably drop it a little bit. So I don't know. Our dependability is already pretty good. 4 stars, I mean, it's one of the best qualities about our vehicle. And it's actually not that important, so yeah, we'll drop this a fair amount. And reliability, I generally like this to be really high. So we're kind of squirreling around the 950 area. Lower this to maybe 15 months to make it pretty cheap, only 130,000. That's a long time to wait, but I think that might be the best decision because we're going to make good money on the Phaeton in the meantime. You can also upgrade the Phaeton to a second version. Power is just a little bit low on this thing, but if I look at the ratings... Oh no, oh no. I just undid it. I don't know how to go back. I made a mistake. Basically, I don't know what that format button does, but I guess it like formats your hard drive type format. So we're gonna have to go back and redo everything, unfortunately. I'm gonna pause the video and just try to get it back to where it was. I have to say that in general, I'm very disappointed in this design, mostly because, as I mentioned before when I was designing the Phaeton, I believe that the strength of a design is showcased in how much more the specific is over the overall. And in this one, mainly because the performance and power are so bad on them, and honestly, this is like, the handling is way over what it should be. So we've really over-engineered the handling and under-engineered the power and performance, which is having this really negative impact that our overall and specific are exactly the same. That's just not good. And I'm actually debating whether or not we want to design this thing at all. If I was to redesign it, what would we do? I think we would need to go with a... Man, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to leverage the chassis and the engine, but this... I'm not sure if this is like a winning combination. It works well for the Phaeton. We could do just this as an experiment. The thing is, I've manipulated this. We're back up. We were at like 950, and now we're back over to 1,000. This is in 12 months, so it would take 300,000. I don't know if this is something which could make money. And the problem is, the Phaeton is making money and taking all my factories to do so. To take the Phaeton off some of the lines and put this thing on, is it going to make as much money? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But you know what would be a better idea is probably for me to upgrade the vehicle itself. So I just completely ruined all that work. I just didn't like the fact that overall and specific, no matter how much I played with it, I couldn't get a big difference. And this is what I'm talking about. This is an overall rating of 40, but a type rating of 41. 30 to 41, that's insane, and material cost is $150 cheaper than the one we were just about to do. So what if we do a new generation of this? This is the 1901. We'd be looking at a 1903. So this is only gonna... Whoa. No. It's all gonna be the same. No. Undo. New generation... 28. Yeah. So this is the 28 MPG version. This is the 122. And this is the, I assume this is the modified, improved carriage type. So I don't know how to, this is something that wasn't really clear to me, despite doing the tutorials and all that. is how to get these parts in. Now, when you're modifying it, okay, I guess I'll just show this. There is an option, okay, of course, because we modified all these, the engine. I renamed it, darn it. There's an option somewhere, well, yeah, down here to replace this with the current, like in the current versions. That's kind of what we want to do here. Call this a new, I mean, is it just a new trim? What if we just do a new trim? Yeah, so what if we call this the, that was the EZ. I was thinking about doing CMOS corners, like SS for slow, but you know, unfortunately that has other negative connotations. And then TT for your normal, and then FF for your fast. I'm a CMOS guy. You can look it up. There's like corners in CMOS. I'm actually not a CMOS guy, but I at least have seen these things used. So, but instead of SS, let's use the EZ. But I think I will do the TT for this, and the FF will preempt electronics because it's really a convenient way of doing it. It's going to be perfect. It gives us three trims by default. We can do other crazy things if we want later, but at least for this first Phaeton, we're going to do the TT. So, what is the quick trim? I'm going to just do design it. I don't know if I want to change anything though, so maybe I should have done quick trim. I think that if I want to do anything, I want to take down the ratings for it's obviously that we want to make more money on the ones we're selling instead of trying to make anything better. So what is the most overtuned? Dependability might be a little bit too high, so let's crank this down a little bit. It doesn't have that big of an impact, but wow, 33 and 43. We went from 40-41 to 33-43. Now again, power and performance are just not worth it at all. Safety is 2.5, dependability is 2.5, quality is 2.5. So luxury, I think we already have that pretty low. So we can lower the cost even more. I don't think there's anything more we can do as far as discouraging performance. Does not look that way. Yeah, so basically fuel testing, which is fine. Luxury is pretty low. I think we tried to keep safety somewhat up there. And, you know, it's there. Could probably decrease that as well. 32, 42. So it's still better. We want to make sure that the specific is at least a 41. I mean a 42. I want it to be higher than 41. This is 784. I don't know. Have we just increased the cost for no benefit? It's kind of like what it looks like here. So safety and luxury go down if we go too low. Now we're still at 40. Okay, that's fine. 783. Reliability. Why don't we take this down a little bit? Alright, now we hit the 41 mark, which I don't want. Put this up, maybe go utility down. Okay. I don't know. I think we're just being a little bit too particular. Let's just call this thing whatever it is. This is full opportunity, and this is the T key. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Take 3 months. I did not try to change that. Wait. It's not a slider. It's gonna take 3 months. I guess it just takes 3 months no matter what. I don't see the... I might be missing it. It's very easy. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but when you're recording things, it's just... I feel like you miss things which are so obvious. I'll just do it, though. 420 TT. We'll build it. It'll be 1 point better. So that'll take us... I mean, it gives us something to do. Get out of the design screen and actually make some money, right? That's always a nice thing. So let's end the turn. Ouch. What are these one-time expenses? What? What the heck happened? 131. Right, this is okay. That's fine. We're negative in cash flow because 131 of this. Well, first of all, we had 200,000 almost in taxes. 131 is just the redesign of parts. So yeah, this is one negative month. But we should be fine. Main thing we want to look at though is, I didn't even look at it, how we did as far as sales go. Oh yeah, we're doing great. Lots of sales. We can actually increase the price because we sold a lot more than we produced. And the reason why we didn't miss sales is just because we had a backlog from the previous month. So we can increase the price a little bit. Yeah, this thing is just wonderful. It's selling so nicely. I don't think the rating of it really matters. That's why, you know, I mean, this takes 848. So we did drop the price. Isn't the new one like 790? God, why was I so... Sometimes I tell you, my brain. Yeah, in 2 months, the better version of this is going to come out, and it's cheaper, but it's also better. So in every way, we love it. That's awesome. Yes! Fantastic. I'm glad we redesigned it. Okay, so we already raised the price. Let's go another month. That was unexpected. What's going on now? Is it R&D costs? I guess it might be R&D costs. I mean, this is not necessarily good. Let me just look at the previous month. So these things all stay the same. So total materials is 78, 56, 22, 34. I mean, this is 56 is the sum of all of these. So 78, 56. I'm not blind, right? Is there not a forward month? There's a previous month, but there's not a forward month. I guess you can just hit back. So 78, 56. 78, 56. We 180 here. Oh. Oh, well, that explains it. Yeah, we did not sell cars. Okay, there's a very good reason why we did not make money. We did not sell as many cars. So apparently 3,100 is like the limit. Cannot go beyond that. Okay, so that's cool. We'll go back to 3,100. We'll see if we can once again make that money back. But, yeah, okay, 1 month. So let's see if this makes money back again. Yep, we're back to it. So 3,100 is apparently the line. We do not cross 3,100. And we're very happy with that. We're very happy with that. So we can decrease the quality of it if we want, but yeah, again, we're very happy, and now we are in the possession of a new car, which means what we have to do is cycle that in, which is, we can try to do that as the last thing. So we have 7 lines on this one. We're going to take them all off. We're going to put all of them on this one. So manufacturing costs 848. This one is 782 for model quality of 33 versus 36. What is going on here? Why is that one so much lower? Huh. I don't understand that. I'm going to trust that things are not as crazy bad as they, appear. So what if we get 70 of these? Let me just do a quick test of 70, which is, by the way, because of the manufacturing. Yeah, I see. So we can actually get 80 if with the right tab on that black dot, which is just at the nick of being negative. But now let's unassign that. Assign it. We got 80. Now let's put it right around there. We get 74. Maybe 75. Okay, 77. Okay, that's not a big deal. 80 versus 77. I think that's fine. Let's keep this one. Nah, we'll just leave it right there, actually. Let's do a quick test. How much can we sell this thing for? Well, we will be selling this for remove, which means that, I guess I can't do it that way. You can remove and then apply to all, but it puts a new price in here. So let's do 0, apply to all. This one is going to go right up to 3,100 where the other one took off. I might cut it down to 3050. I'm a little nervous about this. I think we're going to have some problems here, but let's just find out. Yeah, we got some problems. We still have one in reserve, so I do need to sell that so I can get rid of that car. But we produced 77. We only sold 52. So this is a problem for us for future Tortuga. So I'm going to call this video to a close here until the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.